A cold, snowy winter, my dears, and a window frame made of ebony wood. These were the very first witnesses to a wish that would eventually tear a kingdom quite apart. It all began with 3 drops of bright red blood. A queen, sewing by her window, pricked her finger, and in that moment, looking at the contrast of red on white, she envisioned a child, you see. A child with skin as white as the snow, lips as red as that blood, and hair as black as the wood of her frame. And she got her wish. Well, blood. But the child, the one they called Snow White, was born into a world where beauty, alas, was a most dangerous currency. The happiness of the palace was, sadly, rather brief. The queen died, and a new one took her place. She was beautiful, yes, indeed, but her beauty was fueled by pride and a dark, clinical obsession. She possessed a tool that no one else had, a magical mirror that simply could not lie. Every morning, the ritual was the same. She would stand before it and ask the question that defined her very existence. Who is the fairest of all? For years, the mirror confirmed her vanity. But time, you see, is a thief. By the age of 7, the porcelain child had grown. She was no longer just a daughter, she was a rival. One morning, the mirror changed its tone. "You are fair," it told the queen, "but Snow White is fairer than you." Envy, you see, doesn't just sit there. Oh no, it rots. And the queen, well, she simply couldn't bear the sight of the girl. So she summoned a huntsman and gave a most chilling command. "Take her into the deep woods," she said. "Kill her. And bring back her heart as proof." This wasn't a request, you understand. It was an execution. But in the shadows of the forest, the huntsman looked at the child's innocent face. He saw the life the queen wanted to extinguish, so he let her run. To deceive his mistress, he killed a wild boar instead, bringing its heart back to the castle. The queen had it cooked. She ate it, believing she had finally consumed the beauty of her rival. But oh, she was wrong. Snow White was now a ghost in the forest. Every rustle of a leaf was a heartbeat. Every shadow was a predator. She ran for hours until she found a clearing. A strange, small house stood there. Inside, everything was in sevens. 7 plates, 7 cups, 7 beds. It was a sanctuary for those who worked the earth. 7 dwarfs who spent their days mining for gold in the mountains. They found her sleeping there that night. They didn't wake her. Oh! They saw a girl whose beauty was matched only by her exhaustion. And so, they offered her a deal. If she would keep the house tidy, cook, and clean, they would be her shield. But a magic mirror, oh, it sees what human eyes simply cannot. Back at the palace, the queen asked her question again. And again, the mirror spoke of the girl beyond the hills, living with the dwarfs. The queen realized the huntsman had failed her. She wouldn't trust an assassin again. No, she would do it herself. She arrived at the cottage, disguised as an old peddler. Her weapon, laces, beautiful ribbons. Of this peddler, better than better later. I knew how I would do it. She offered to tie them for the girl, but she pulled them so very tight that the air quite left Snow White's lungs. The porcelain child collapsed, lifeless. The queen left in a hurry, seeing the coming dwarfs. They saw Snow White in this condition and cut the laces, and life, quite miraculously, returned. The queen's rage only intensified, you see. She decided to return with a poisoned comb. One touch to the scalp, and the toxin took hold. But this time, one dwarf was protecting her. Again, the queen went, and the dwarf caught her, but as he had no proof, he let her go to Snow White. Oh boys, white prayers. White prayers, prayers by. Again, the dwarf found her on the earth, unconscious, and pulled the comb away, bringing her back from the brink. They gave her a final, desperate warning. Open the door to no one. Then came the masterpiece of malice, a red and white apple. The queen, you see, sent a farmer to Snow White and offered a gift. To prove it was safe, the farmer ate the white side himself. But the red side, oh, that beautiful tempting red side, was laced with a poison so potent it simply couldn't be undone. One bite was all it took. This time, Snow White didn't just fall. Oh no, she stopped. No breath, no heartbeat. For 3 long days, the dwarfs wept. They simply couldn't bring themselves to bury her in the dark, cold earth. She was too beautiful, even in death. So, they built a coffin of glass and set it upon the mountain. They watched over her, a silent guard for a princess frozen in time. A prince, traveling through the forest, saw her and was deeply moved by her beauty. He begged to take her with him, to honor her memory, you see. And that, as his servants carried the glass coffin away, they stumbled. A simple root in the path caused a jolt, and that sharp movement dislodged the poisoned piece of apple from Snow White's throat. The porcelain child woke up, returning from a sleep everyone thought was eternal. It looked terrified. After a few short years, the wedding, oh, it was grand. A true celebration of life and a wonderful union of kingdoms. But the queen, you see, still so terribly trapped in her obsession, simply had to see the new bride. She stood before her mirror one last time, and alas, it told her the truth. A punishment had been prepared for her crimes. A pair of iron shoes had been heated in the fire until they glowed a frightful red. She was forced to step into them. She was forced to dance. A dance of fire and iron that did not stop until she fell to the floor, never to rise again. True beauty, you see, is a light that simply cannot be hidden. But obsession, oh, that is a fire that eventually consumes the one who starts it.